Hi, it's me again, Kay of Kay's Creative Home. Today I'm going to be showing you how I take the 14-inch round wreath frame from Dollar Tree, add my Chanel stems or pipe cleaners to make it a working wreath form. Let's get started. First thing I want to share is what's on your cutting board. It has angles measured out. You can see there's a 30-degree, 45-degree, and I believe a 60-degree angle. And I use that when determining where to put my pipe cleaners. Now, a circle is 360 degrees. So if we want 10 pipe cleaners on the outer ring, we would divide 360 by 10 and get 36. So about every 36 degrees, I'm going to be putting a pipe cleaner. Now for our inner circle, we would divide the 360 by 8 because we're going to add 8 pipe cleaners. And that would give us 45. So at every 45 degrees, I'm going to be adding another pipe cleaner. If this makes no sense to you, don't worry. I'm going to tell you the inches you would use to mark your frame if you can't follow this. So stay tuned for that. So I start by just adding a pipe cleaner. I'm going to add it to the inner bar first. And I went to the crossbar. And I'm going to bring this through and kind of bring it halfway up so that it's even on both sides. And I use a little bit of hot glue to make sure the pipe cleaners don't move. Some people seem to be able to twist them really tight and they stay in place. Mine never do. So I have to give it a touch of glue at each one. Alright, so now I've got that first pipe cleaner on, and you can see on that side I've lined it up with my number 7. Now I'm going to bring the other side. I moved it slightly so it's even with that 7. And then I look at my 45-degree angle, and it's that middle bar coming from the corner there. So what I do is kind of slide the pipe cleaner in place just so to be ready. Take my hot glue and put just a dab of glue right where the 45-degree line is. Now from the angle of the camera, it doesn't look like I'm on the 45-degree line, but I am from my angle. And then I just wrap the pipe cleaner, twist it around there real tight, and that glue will help to secure it. So the next thing I do is get my next pipe cleaner ready, and then I simply turn the wreath form so that the last pipe cleaner I put on is now at the number 7. I've got it lined up on the other corner, the other side of my board, so that it's touching at 7. I put a dab of glue again right at the 45-degree mark, bring that pipe cleaner up and twist it right around where I have that hot glue. And I just keep doing that until I get all the way around the circle. Now as you work your way around this wreath frame, where you position your pipe cleaner will not be exactly correct, only because you're looking at it from different angles, so your eyes won't always be exactly lined up with the 45-degree mark or with the 7-inch marks you have on the side. And then also, these are frames that are not always completely uniform. It's not a perfect circle. So these are like roughly close estimates of where you need to place your pipe cleaners. So if you want to just put them on, kind of twist them on where they should be, and kind of see where you end up at the end of your circle, you might want to try it that way first and then glue them on tightly. But whatever you do, just understand this is not an exact science. You can look at this circle I have right here, and at the top that's closest to you, where they have joined the two ends of the wire, it's kind of, it was kind of oblong. It wasn't a perfect circle. Okay. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got all 8 on our inner circle. And when I measured the inner circle, it came to approximately 4¼ inches between each one. Some of mine were at 4 3/8, some were right 4 2/8, right at that 4¼ mark. But they all seem to average out to be about 4¼ Okay, we're going to move on to the outer ring. So for my outer ring, I found a spot that has a crossbar that's kind of in between two of the pipe cleaners on the inner ring. And that's where I usually start, hoping that I can get around this ring without too many of them being lined up, because I want them to be kind of spaced out so that when you put your mesh on, it'll completely fill in your wreath form. So you can see here that first pipe cleaner is at the number 7, same numbers again. The other side was at the number 7. I got moved, and then I'm using 36-degree angle this time. Now, when we look at the board, it has 30, 45, and 60 for the angles. So we do not have a 36-degree angle. But what I do is just go slightly beyond the 30, and that's where I put my pipe cleaner. So again, each time you see I'm lining up the board, 7 and 7, it should be where it's touching on the side. And then as close as I can get to that, well, a little further between the 30 and the 45, because I'm trying to estimate where a 36 would be. That's where I put my dab of glue, and that's where I put my pipe cleaner. So we're going to work our way around this one, the outer edge, and then I'll be right back. So after having put on my 10 pipe cleaners, I went around and kind of measured between each one. Again, not an exact science, because even the measuring tape, I'm kind of estimating where the exact spot is for my measurements. I ended up with between, again, the 4¼ and 4½, and so I averaged it again at about 4 3/8. It was more to 4¼ to 4 3/8 inches between each one. So I think if you use those numbers, you'll be coming pretty close to getting the same amount of space between each of your pipe cleaners. I hope you find this video helpful if you need to make a working wreath form out of your Dollar Tree 14-inch form. And I thank you for spending this time with me. And I'll be talking with you again real soon.